The U.S. president has long denied having a role in this, but there are now reports Donald Trump ordered that his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, be given top security clearance, despite concern from intelligence officials. The CBC's Ellen Morrow is on the story live from Washington. So, Ellen, that's quite the headline coming out of these reports.
That's right, Andrew. These are reports from both the New York Times and the Washington Post. They're citing multiple unnamed sources who say that President Trump ordered former Chief of Staff John Kelly to grant Jared Kushner this top secret security clearance. These reports say that that order to Kelly came the very next day after Trump was told by the White House counsel at the time not to give Jared Kushner the clearance over concerns about Jared's foreign contacts. For example, Jared Kushner's foreign contacts. Now, the president does have the legal authority to do this, to grant these kinds of clearances at his discretion, but normally presidents would go through the process of listening to their top advisors, which, if these reports are accurate, did not happen in this case. And as you've said, this question has come up before. President Trump was asked directly by the New York Times if he played a role in the security clearance issue with Jared Kushner several months ago, and he said no, he did not. Ivanka Trump was asked more recently if the president played a role in Kushner's security clearance, and she said no, he did not either. So if these stories are accurate in the Post and the New York Times, then those claims would be inaccurate from the president and his daughter. Now, granting Kushner the security clearance was an upgrade because previously he only had temporary clearances. He didn't have the level of top secret clearance. So this would have been the president going against the advice of his top advisors to grant this clearance to his son-in-law despite the concerns.
So, Ellen, what were the concerns of the FBI and the CIA?
Well, according to these reports, there were several, specifically over Kushner's family, his family's real estate business, and its ties to foreign governments. There were concerns that perhaps Kushner would be vulnerable to blackmail, according to these reports. There were also concerns over the fact that Kushner did not report some of his contacts with foreigners at the beginning of the clearance process. There were also concerns about meetings that Kushner had during the 2016 campaign, including that meeting at Trump Tower, where he and Donald Trump Jr. and Paul Manafort met with Russians who promised dirt on Hillary Clinton. Kushner also met the former Russian ambassador to the U.S. In 2016 as well, and he did not disclose either of those two meetings. So that set off alarm bells for the intelligence community about why he didn't do that, and that's part of the reason why they threw up this roadblock to him getting a security clearance.
All right, Ellen, thank you. The CBC's Ellen Morrow, live in Washington.